Joining us now to talk more about this is political science professor Richard Groper from California State University. Professor, can you talk about the magnitude of representatives being expelled? How rare is this?
Incredibly rare. In our state houses in the United States, it's only been done a handful of times. I actually just kind of looked it up, and it's very rare that this does happen. The gun debate is really hot in many of our states. So if you are confronting a torrent of anti-gun legislation or protests, rather, many pro-gun advocates may feel overwhelmed by the negative attention that it's bringing to your state. So they probably felt that this was a way to stop it. But in fact, it probably had the opposite effect. It gave more attention to the protesters rather than the lawmakers who are in favor of maintaining the status quo as far as gun legislation is concerned.
Is protesting gun law inaction a move that would warrant an expulsion?
In my opinion, no. There are other ways in which they could have quelled the protest rather than expelling lawmakers. It seems as if it was almost a desperate attempt to maintain control without really thinking through the repercussions of what it actually entails when you expel a lawmaker. Well, evidently in the state of Tennessee, if you expel a lawmaker, they must stand for a special election at a later time. They can be reappointed by a county board, but it's no guarantee that they will be reappointed themselves. It may be somebody else that's reappointed. So there would have to be a special election at a later date.
Many, including Representative Gloria Johnson, calling this a blatant racist move. Can you talk about the optics of this?
Yeah, the optics are terrible. I mean, the optics are awful. As I said before, this is not a well thought through action. I don't think that these legislators realized when they expelled those two African American legislators that would really heighten the issue and really make it look as if they were doing a wholly undemocratic move rather than, I know in their mind they thought they were trying to bring a sense of calm to the situation, but it had the opposite effect.
Can Pearson and Jones fight this? What's next for them?
Well, according to the Tennessee law, they are expelled. So unless they take legal recourse through the state judiciary, I don't see any other way that they would not be expelled. The law is the law, and that must be followed. As I said, maybe there is a way to stop this through judicial action. However, that doesn't seem likely, at least in the short term. That would be a lengthy process. I think more likely you are to see maybe some of those legislators, some Republican legislators, maybe reconsider this expulsion.
Thanks so much for joining us, Professor.
My pleasure.